In the upper left, we've got our Protoss player, the newest here.
I'm Ruin, Hongda.
And in the upper right, our only Zerg.
Symbol, 강동현.
All right. Habitation station. Crazy stuff can happen here for sure. We're just going to have to see how they want to open up. Seen a lot of patches at gold bases. Looks like a more normal play here from Ruin, at least. Not surprised. I think he feels really confident in his normal play, as he should.
Well, I think when you look at Ruin, and there's probably no need for, tricks and gadgets when he can just... He gets to the from point A to point B so smoothly and perfectly. Why would you need to do anything else? The Dunku.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Here's the hatch.
Probably means swarm or something.
Oh, we got a cannon rush. Oh my lordy! Oh my heavens, Betsy!
Wow. Well, that's going to be rather hard to break out of. I think that he should probably just go take a gold base.
Remember when we were like, he's going to play normally? No.
Why play normally?
I think we've been wrong in several predictions here today. Oh,
well, I mean, the cannon rush isn't that abnormal. You're looking to be able to do it, and it's just this is a case in which he can. So why not?
And he did.
And look, he's guarding that gold base because he knows that's where
this nerd is
Simbo might want to go.
everywhere.
Yeah. He's oftentimes got lots of probes out on the map.
Well, this is problematic. Let's see if he throws up any other cannons here.
I think he's just waiting to see if like the hatch is actually.
Yeah,
he's like, you're not actually going to finish that, right?
Okay, so he sees the third hatch is going to be made down here. The second hatch was canceled, effectively making hatch play-by-play casting a little bit more tricky here when we talk about bases and order in which they were made.
It does make it a lot more tricky.
It does, it does.
Unlike his fourth, which is normally his third.
Yeah.
His natural, which is actually his third, and then his second.
And his second.
Well, actually,
no, that's
not the natural. It's the second.
The natural second, yeah, it messes everything up.
Yeah, it's complex. For describing bases, we have a large lexicon.
This is a word bank.
A big word bank.
Big word
That's
bank,
actually much more accurate, to be honest.
No, lexicon's better. Word bank is...
No, because you know those word finds, how you actually have a word bank and it has like 16 words in it? That's actually what we have for bases. Like, it's actually like just this little box full of words that we can describe.
Let's talk about this cannon rush for a second. The reason why cannon rushes like this are so strong, and this is an old strat, all the way back from StarCraft 1, is that now the Zerg does get his other two bases up, but the positioning is so awkward that all three of these locations can be attacked, which makes it very weird.
Look, he's made like a triangle.
Zerg wants to have
the
minimum number of static. I guess even though spine crawlers can move, we would categorize them as static defense.
Yeah.
You want to have the minimum amount, and this forces Zerg to probably have a lot more than he would want in order to just be comfortable and be able to breathe on the map. So, this makes it tricky. But also keep in mind the Zerg is getting the gold base here, which makes the whole timing of this a little bit different. I mean, the Protoss doesn't have the gold base the Zerg does. The Zerg should do a pretty big drone transfer here to the gold.
Yeah, he's going to want to pop out as many drones as possible there ASAP to really get that mining as efficiently as possible. Still no gases for him at the moment. Definitely going to want to start spreading creep rather soon. We do have +1 attack on the way for Ruin. Now, sometimes when you do a cannon rush and it gets up, you follow up with a warp gate attack, but I think that the thing is, it's so predictable. Zerg is always ready in time for it, like every single time.
But you think the Zerg would be ready every single time with the three bases spread out like this?
I think he still would be ready. Yeah, I think it's like super hard to actually pull off something like that. So I don't know if that's what he's actually going to be going for here. I think it's much smarter for him to maybe tech up a bit, take a third base, something like that. But you got to be careful when they have that gold base. They're going to have more units than you expect.
And he's going to get that third right here. You just watch. Here it is. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Pylon there. The Roach Warren has started now. And the Zerg is still going to drone up. Now, this does put the Protoss in a pretty tricky spot here. I mean, Protoss did not go for the gold, and Zerg has the gold. And mind you that the natural location here that currently has the cannons at it, that's going to be very easy for the Zerg to get. Whereas even if Protoss wants to take the gold base, that won't be as easy. Yeah,
that's such an easy fourth. It's a very good point. We do see him harassing a little bit on these drones, just trying to prevent any mining possible. Obviously for shields to trade some lost minerals, that's nice. Have that layer on the way. He's going to want to get roach speed ASAP. We could see him turn to aggression. You know, when you do take that gold base, a lot of Zergs like to get aggressive.
All right, the Overlord not getting any valuable intel here, but the Lings do confirm, okay, he's taking the blue base. I'd be pretty comfortable if I was Symbol from here on out.
Yeah, I think everything...
I would be totally fine with this. It's funny because you really do have to go back to that cannon rush at the start and wonder, okay, early on that was pretty effective. I don't think you could have even executed it any better, excuse me, than that. But did this put the Zerg in a situation that actually Symbol's quite good at handling? And really maybe Rain causing a problem for himself that...
I really want to see, okay, he's making a lot of roaches. Like, I guess he is going to get aggressive here, right? You've got to, like, if you're going to make this many roaches, you have to move
with the
across
gold base
the map.
with Lings and roaches, you can actually put so much pressure.
Yeah, you can just make so many
With
units.
the gold base, you can make so many Lings and roaches. It's easy. You don't even have to mind that much gas. So many. Like, you got to tighten your throat when you do it. Try it with me, Artosis. So many. Oh, well, you're terrible at it, but... Okay, so we got the gates spotted here.
Sometimes you go too far, Artosis.
You're too much, Artosis. We got a Hydra Den here, too.
Yeah, and obviously that's a good choice. Like, the type of surface area you can get on that third base is pretty big. You can come down a hill. There's kind of 3 entrances towards that third. We do have that gateway wall down at the bottom to really slow down anything that comes from there.
And here's that fourth base.
As Roach Speed finishes up, I'm sure he's going to be across this map. I love the Overlords dropping creep. I almost forget that Overlords can do that because so few pro gamers actually use it often, you know.
It's not as popular, but in this case, in this spot, it's really, really nice.
Yeah.
I get occasionally frustrated if I were to drop creep right there because I end up grouping my Overlords and I'm trying to grab stuff. You know, I end up grabbing 1 or 2 in the control group.
Well, he has 8 warp gates right now, as we see. A lot of stalkers on the way. Has a good amount of sentries as well.
We have no indication that Ruin's interested in what, really at least is planning to take the gold. Of course, he would be interested no matter what to have a gold base, but we don't see any moment here in the build where clearly he would come out and try to take this.
Well, this is where he needs to play really defensively. He just needs to stay alive for a bit. Notice he's already starting some cannons out here. It's because he realizes that if an attack comes, when an attack comes, more like it, it's going to be really hard to hold. You know, Symbol is just going to have so many units due to having that gold base for quite a long time. But, you know, he's got the right tech to try to hold this off. He's got a lot of Kling Stalkers. You know, he has quite a few sentries here as well. And with these cannons coming in, if he holds these chokes just right, maybe uses a good time warp, he can do it.
Swarm host play now.
Oh, and look at those spines.
Well, we've seen so many Protosses abuse that location.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart.
I don't think I've seen a Zerg really commit to spines like that right there.
Yeah,
That's
I've
really
never
cool,
seen that before.
Now with these Swarm hosts on the way, it looks like Symbol actually is saying, hey, you know what? You want to sit back there with Blink Stalkers? I'm not going to attack into that. I'm just going to go Swarm host, which, you know, then you're going to have to go to Colossi. And by the time you go to Colossi, when I have 4 bases and this gold, there is going to be a hell of a lot of Swarm hosts out.
All right, they're edging up now. Ruin looking to maybe just clean out some of these creep tumors. I think he might have even been interested in doing a harass over the gold on the low ground, but that's not going to happen with the spine crawlers there.
Well, right now those Swarm hosts look like they may be moved in location. I love how he's walking around right now. Maybe pick off a few creep tumors here and there. You've got to keep that creep active, especially against Swarm host play.
All right, edging up now. I don't know if he should stay here. He's probably turning around is the best bet. With a Zerg army this big and the Swarm and the Locust, I mean,
you don't want to attack into that on creep.
Yeah.
He does have to go into 2 Robo Colossus, as we see. Like, he really needs to catch up on Colossus. He's way behind in the splash department. If he had gone for anything but Swarm hosts, he would be kind of fine right now with the type of units he has. But as is, it's going to be really hard to actually get any real damage done.
Well, He's backing up now. The Locust just controlling where the Protoss can move on the map. I don't think Protoss is going to get the gold base for a long time. In fact, he seems to be interested in expanding to the bottom left.
Did you see those two fake Phoenixes, the two hallucinated Phoenixes attacking the Overlord?
Yeah, what about it?
That was like fake Phoenix harassment. They were like actually just sitting there instead of scouting, like attacking Overlord. I feel like that's how like Chris Angel would play StarCraft II. Like, now I'm killing your Overlord, and like if you're really dumb, you're like, yeah, oh my god, you killed my Overlord, and you freak out and like make more. But
no, this is not a fight worth picking here. He's going to lose a good amount to those Locusts. I mean, those are free units there.
Yeah, they certainly are. Well,
whoa, we synced up our whelps. Whoa. All right, so it looks like we're going to have Zealot harass now.
Yeah, this is really smart. Against Swarm Host, you do want to have a Warp Prism on the map, trying to do a bit of harassment. But look, Symbol already knows about this. This is the Symbol that I know and love and remember. Look at how much static D he has all over the place. He originally became known for stuff like this. Because in the old Broodlord Infestor days, you would have to win through attacking with Warp Prisms all over the place and harassing really well. And the best Protosses definitely could do it, but not to Symbol. He would just make lines of Spores and Spines as if it was like a BGH money map. And you would just never be able to do anything. And as we see, he's already starting that here. It's
funny that we don't see other players do this anywhere near as well as Symbol. I mean, he's just always been good about having everything spread out. He's not one of those guys where everything's on one hotkey and he just, you know, oops, there's, you know, my main crap. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, right now we have some nice harassment from Ruin. Going to take out a hatchery there, keep him down on 4 bases. Ruin has, of course, taken his 4th as well. So his economy looking really good. He's about to have 4 Colossus. And when you have 4 Colossus, you can definitely be out there and pushing and killing off some Locusts and fighting against his army some.
Nice movement here with the Stalkers. Also, he's going to now push up here, as you were saying, Artosis, with that army, up by the gold base. The gold base almost mined out. I almost wonder if the strategy here was just survive until he mines out the gold.
Well, it's really nice if he actually gets to mine out the entire gold, and he actually got most of it, so like it's definitely paid for itself, even if he loses it. And at least those spines, like it would already be dead if it wasn't for those spines. But as is, it looks like he may have enough time to get up here and stop this from going away.
Oh, nice harpooning.
Really well done with those Vipers.
He did not actually take out that hatch to the gold base either.
God, Symbol is playing like an amazing game right now. Look at this.
Yeah.
He's so well defended. He's utilizing all sorts of different tech routes. You know, like he bought himself a lot of time in that gold with those spines, got up there, used those Vipers correctly. Like
he's also going up into that endgame comp. He's getting this greater Spire.
Yeah. And he's not like, he didn't stay too long on the layer units. He didn't overcommit with the layer units, which is sometimes a problem that we see with Symbol. He's just, like, really impressive play here.
Ruin might actually lose this game.
Yeah, it's a total possibility.
Looks very strong. He's gotten to that phase that he's the best at the end game here, where he has all the different units at his disposal. He's got his defense up. Okay, well, hold on. Let's see how this Zealot harass does up here.
That's a lot of Zealots with charge and upgrades, so looks like he's going to be able to get something done maybe. Now, we do have, oh wow, a lot of Roaches and Hydras coming in, trying to stop this Hive from going down. It looks like they will, especially since there's transfused energy on the Queen.
Pulling the Colossi in. 2 really go down, but 2 more still remain.
Still killing those 2 off and backing up for more Locusts to come in. Look at that. He backs up. The Locusts are out. He comes back in behind them, so they tank all the damage. Really great moves here from Symbol.
All right, and now that the Locusts are all gone, the Hydras go ahead and back up. He wants to regroup again.
That's right. We
Stargate going down, or Stargate almost finished, I should say.
He needs that, too, because we have 15 Corruptors on the way with the Greater Spire also. And against an army like this, if you switch into Broods, that can be just game over. Like you have so much firepower. There's with the Locusts on the ground as well as some Broodlords in the sky. I mean, Stalkers are just not that good in this situation. They just don't do enough for you.
I actually think Symbol's going to win this, man.
I think so.
He looks.
But Ruin
so
has 4 bases. He still has a chance.
Sure. But I think any other bases beyond those 4 are going to be tough for him to get.
Oh, for sure.
You know, I mean,
I don't know if he can take another one.
With the Broodlord play, he never is going to get his gold base, especially with the Corruptor count.
I think he's giving up on that. He needs to take the base down the bottom if he wants another base, I think. Look at this. We have a lot of Corruptors here now as well. We have those charged up Vipers once again. Of course, there are High Templars in here to help out against that.
Okay, nice spread.
Oh, wow.
Blinding Cloud there.
Yeah, really well done.
making it very difficult as a decision to try to actually move up there. This keeps the Locusts in a very close proximity so they can continue to do their free damage. Is he going to get this pylon before? No. Ooh. Fan fiction moment once again.
All right, so the Zealot's going to come around, see what they can get done. Looks like Symbol going to pull back for a little bit here. Maybe just to defend against this Zealot Warp, and he does know that there's some Zealots out on the map. But he has a lot of spines as well, so not too much of a concern, I think.
Really like the double Stargate here.
He's going to have to...
The funny thing is, I think that what Ruin's doing would work so well against any other Zerg, but not Symbol. Symbol just has defense everywhere. Even look here. How much damage is this really going to inflict on the base?
The Warp Prism?
In the main, the Warp Prism. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't think that much.
Oh, this is actually really smart.
If it's a Spire here, that would make a big difference.
Yeah, well, the Hydras are here, and they're going to save the day. In fact, he's going to lose the Warp Prism as well.
Why would he even try to get that hatch there? That doesn't make any sense. Like,
I think he just...
There's no mineral Zeratoses.
No, but there is gas. So
true, but in either way, it would have been better if we could get the Spire. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
that was like a weird decision of all the things to attack. And
maybe because there was two. Well, he's moving around quickly as well, so I'm sure he's looking at other stuff. He's like, oh, he's already there, whatever. Anyways, next thing.
Armor about to be done. 2 Tempests here. I don't know if the Tempest count is going to get up to an impactful one before this game ends here.
I think it is. Like the thing is, even though Symbol's doing a good job, like Ruin is fighting back very well. He's taking his 5th base. I think this game is going to go extremely long because this army is super immobile that Symbol has, and the creep spread has been pushed back a ton of times, and he continues to push it back where he can, which means that it's hard to actually, move across the map and consistently rally and have a good engagement.
Oh, 1 Colossus picked off.
Bit of a mistake there for sure.
Really wants to get some probes here. There we go.
Bro movement. Symbol loves it.
I thought you said bro movement for a second. I was like, yeah, I don't know if it's bro movement. Well, let's see if he gets in position here. This is what I was talking about earlier on in this game.
You can't tell me when Roach's burrow move underground, it doesn't look like they're strutting.
Again, the nice storms here all over those Hydras, pulling in some of the Tempests.
Yeah, really fantastic storms,
I think actually the Protoss army is too strong. It's just going to push us back. He can't afford to lose these Broodlords, by the way.
I feel like he overcommitted there just a little bit. The storms did such a great job. But you know what? That Blinding Cloud, pretty brilliant. Still trying to hold on. No Locusts left here. Or
is he going to get all the Broodlords and all the Swarm Hosts?
Yeah, well, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Actually, wow. I mean, you really can't afford to lose an army with that's that techy,
Well, it's hard to move across the map and engage with something like that.
He can blink up to these too. There we go. Oh, nicely done.
Well, the Observer has to catch up, I guess.
Still, he forced a burrow there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he got everything.
No, he did.
Does he just get to walk across the map? And
thing is, this is a huge replenishment of Mutalisks here.
That's very true.
How many Mutas does he have now? 22? I don't know that 22 is actually enough because these Stalkers have good upgrades. What do you do? I mean...
I think Zerg's going to be mined out, by the way. Without that base, I think Zerg's in serious trouble. I believe there's a few minerals over here.
Symbol has played a very nice game, but Ruin just kind of held on, did what he had to do, harassed as much as he possibly could without being too wasteful, and you can see it's really paid off for him.
I think he just holds the Mutas and that's game.
Yeah.
I mean, this is funny because Symbol was playing so well, but yeah, when he lost that army that was just so important, what are you going to do?
Man. Now he loses a bunch of Mutas, and you know that Phoenixes can just be started as he has 3 Stargates.
Yeah. Tempests are expendable right now.
Yeah. 3 Phoenixes on the way, as well as any Impulse Crystals.
They're not even expendable if you ruin. He's like, no! Well, the real problem for the Zerg guys is that he doesn't have any income, really. It's so sparse.
No, what is he mining is natural. That's it. And he's got like this medium amount of units for a medium amount of mutas, right? He's at 26. It's not even 50 mutas. And what can you do here? The Phoenixes are going to pop out. And as we're approaching, we're going to have 8 Phoenixes in a moment here. We're going to have range in a moment.
GG. KOs.
Yeah. It was actually, I liked how Symbol played, though. I think he played a strong game and was really smart. That one attack, though, really was his undoing. You have to have buffering for Broodlords. If Stalkers can blink under, they own them. And he didn't have buffering. The only, I mean, after a couple storms, the only real buffering he had were the broodlings themselves and locusts, which are sporadic. You cannot do that. Every time we see a Zerg try to attack that far across the map without some serious defense under those broodlords, they lose.
I really enjoyed that entire series.
It was a good one. It was a really good one.
That last game, it really highlights, you know, the true power of that endgame Zerg army, but also the fact that once you lose it, that is a big mountain to climb back up. And in that amount of time, the Protoss can pretty easily take you out.
Yeah.
Well, Symbol's not out of this yet. He's going to go to the losers match. Up next, we're going to have a PvP.